What's the dumbest way you've gotten a scar? I was headbanging my hair dry in the bathroom. I hit the counter. I was 8. Trust fall with my brother. I trusted him. I fell. I was in middle school and we were going to see Coach Carter in theaters with the boys b-ball team. Middle school me was pumped. While in the shower I thought Coach Carter I bet they do push-ups in that movie. I'ma do push-ups right now. Tried to do a wall push-up. Slipped, smacked my face on the edge of the tub, and split my upper lip open from mouth to nose. Needless to say, did not make it to the movie. My younger brother at a very young age, maybe 5 or 6, saw some older kids playing baseball, maybe 12 or so, and for some reason thought it was his team. He was not even on a baseball team, he was on a junior t-ball team. Anyway, he was wearing his sandals on the wrong feet because he insisted on putting them on himself. When he tried to run towards his team, he tripped and hit his head in the car door. He got staples and now he has a scar on his head, which is hilarious to me because he is a soldier and has to keep really short hair. Another funny story about him being an idiot kid. One time we were riding our bikes. He was probably around 13, and he kept trying to do BMX tricks despite having no idea how. It resulted, as you probably can guess, in him smashing his face into the concrete. No serious injuries, but he had short-term memory. The ride home he kept asking the same question, "Are we almost home?" Which was annoying. But he's annoying, so I didn't question it and just got mad. He asked while on our street and I was like, dude, we are on our streets foo, and we start fighting. He's yelling at me for a minute and then instantly stops to calmly ask, once again, "Are we almost home?" The change in mood was so off-putting and I realized something was wrong, so we took him to the hospital. He's okay now, but he has a scar on his lip that now looks like a reverse Hitler stash when he grows his facial hair. My cousin scratched my face because I was very ill and everyone was taking care of me. So she got jealous and nobody noticed for a long time because they were focused on getting my temperature back to normal. I was trying to squeeze between 2 cars. One of the cars must have had a jagged bumper because it sliced a 2-inch gash in my leg. I got hit on the bridge of my nose by a ceramic toilet seat when I was learning to pee like a big boy. Now I think about it, that's probably the best outcome there. I used a pressure washer on my foot. I was 7. Mum said don't use that knife to cut that orange. I used that knife to cut that orange. Things I learned: orange juice in a wound stings, but not as much as the knowledge you can't go crying to your mum. Fir needle cut me across the wrist while playing hide and seek out in the woods. A fir needle. For my 8th birthday, a claimant got me something like a grow your own stalagmite kit you could buy at educational stores. Apparently, the purpose was to add water to some powder material and use a funnel in the kit to drip it down to make your own cave features. Exciting, I know. Anyway, I kept it and the other birthday presents I got in a cardboard box in my room. Evidently, at some point, moisture got into the box and the plastic the powder was in, and it began expanding. Having nowhere else to go, the stalagmite material oozed its way out through the narrow slits in its box, and hardened into razor-sharp edges. I found this out quite bloodily when I put my hand into my birthday box to grab another toy, and pulled it out with permanently altered fingerprints on my thumb, index, and middle fingers. Boys from my clay were throwing CDs like you throw frisbee. One of those hit me right between the eyes. Still got a small scar there. Playing manhunt. Some idiot made the campfire area base. I was running for my life to get there, jumped this huge pile of firewood, tripped over something and rolled right into the fire. It could have been so much worse, but I only burned my elbow and some of my hair. It's been probably 15 years and the scar is only about 3 inches long and 1 wide. My brother and cousins used to play a game called Spotlight. Most times I wasn't allowed because I was a girl. Basically like hide and seek with a flashlight. My brother decided one night that it would be a smart idea to jump a barbed wire fence in order to get away from the ones chasing him. It was not a smart idea. Lazy me liked to iron clothes while wearing them when I was 20 years old. My left arm can testify. I have to from when I was a kid. Running around in the dark on a school roof, tripped over and ripped my hand to shreds. Jumping and sliding on a door that had been kicked in, jumped straight onto a nail that went in my knee. I was a stupid kid. This 17 rocket like 11 press F helpful 6 I have a scar on my forearm from a weaponized paper airplane I taped razor blades to and launched with a rubber band. I've got bitten by a guinea pig. Worse than that, a friend of mine was bitten by a snail. 7-year-old me was helping my mum iron clothes. I pulled on the cord. The iron fell and smacked me right in the face. I still have a scar above my right eye. Edit. Who the frick gave this a wholesome award? Come on bruh. I tried cutting open a lemon with a fork. Edit. The fork slipped and entered my hand, but I guess the sharp lemon theory will do. Thanks for the award, kind stranger. So I broke my right arm when I was a kid, then decided to put a cast on me. My skin under my cast is so itchy, it's like my skin is alive. When 2 months have paid, I decided to scratch my skin under the cast using a pen since my fingers couldn't reach further areas. While doing so, I accidentally put the pen further away inside that I can't remove it under my cast since I can't reach it. Then I just ignored it after that, thinking that it will be just fine, and I didn't tell that to my parents since they would be mad. After 2 months, they decided to remove my cast since it's already due, but the night before removing my cast, my mom noticed that my arm smells rotten. So fast forward. They removed the cast in my arm in the hospital and they noticed that the pen was penetrating my skin for months and the hole is about the size of a penny full of pus. I didn't even feel a thing. After that, the hole eventually became a penny-sized scar in my skin. My brother, sister and I all have the same kind of scar in our left eyebrow and got them at the same age. My brother opened an empty dresser drawer and smacked himself in the face. My sister ran into a brick wall and I fell off the couch onto a coffee table. Edit. I'm amazed how much this comment blew up throughout the day. Hundreds of comments. I took the time to read each and every one of them. Took a while, but I did it. Couldn't help but upvote each one. It was a pleasure reading each story, and it's crazy just how many of us have the same scar from a coffee table. Much love everyone. My mother and brother were arguing about ice cream cone sizes, so my brother stormed off. I followed him back to a villa thing we were staying at. He didn't have a key and we didn't want to wait, so I just punched through the glass in the sliding door to make an entrance. There were probably 1,000 other safer ways to do it, but it just seemed the quickest. Fucking ice cream cone sizes, man. This rocket like 2 silver, too excited too. I have one on the back of my hand from rubbing the skin off with a pencil eraser longer than the other kid did when I was 13, just to prove I was tough. When I deliberately cut myself. Not seriously, I just wanted the word ninja on my hand. Don't ask me why. Okay sis, whatever you do, don't put your finger in the boiling sugar because it's real damn hot. And it sticks to you. Puts finger in boiling sugar. Drunk and leaned down to kiss a strange dog on the nose, of all things. 27 stitches down my nose later. Changing tire on my GF's best friend's Audi. Had angrily argued I'm a man, I don't need no help, when GF asked who asked. Jack was on oil-soaked asphalt, the Audi had other issues. Right as I went to remove the tire, creak wham. The jack slips, and my hand is pinned between German crafted metal fender well and a tire. My GF runs outside to see why a little girl screamed, finds me stuck. Pain significantly increases my tonal range, apparently. Pulls on car desperately, no luck. Consider that I may have to wait for AAA. Heretofore never seen neighbor emerges from apartment, lifts car off about 6 inches straight up, freeing my hand, then disappears not to be seen again. Rushed to the ER by panicky faint at sight of blood GF, then to orthopedic ER. Somehow missed all the bones, just a flesh wound. 1 inches x0. 5 inches scar to this day. Still with GF, married 25 years. Always let her help if she asks now. Don't touch the iron, it's hot. Can't be that hot. Narrator, it was. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment.